Imagine discovering that everything you see, touch, and even think you know about reality might not actually be real. That the entire universe, the stars, planets, galaxies, even you, could just be a projection, like a hologram. It sounds like science fiction, but this is a serious theory in modern physics called the holographic principle, and it's turning our understanding of the cosmos upside down. Here's the basic idea. A hologram is a three-dimensional image encoded on a two-dimensional surface. You've seen it on credit cards, or those shiny stickers that seem to move as you tilt them. The crazy thing is, some physicists now think our universe works in a similar way. In other words, all the information that makes up the three-dimensional world we live in might actually be stored on a distant, two-dimensional surface at the edge of the universe. That means everything we perceive as reality could be a projection, and the real information is happening somewhere else, far beyond what we can see. The origins of this mind-bending idea come from the study of black holes. In the 1970s, physicist Stephen Hawking discovered that black holes weren't entirely black. They actually emitted radiation, which meant they could slowly lose mass and eventually evaporate. But this created a huge problem. If something falls into a black hole and the black hole disappears, what happens to all the information about that object? Information, according to the laws of physics, can't just vanish. It had to go somewhere. That's when the holographic principle started to emerge. Physicists like Gerard 't Hooft and Leonard Susskind suggested that all the information swallowed by a black hole isn't lost. It's actually stored on the event horizon, the surface surrounding the black hole. And then, when you zoom out, some theorists began to wonder, if this is true for black holes, could it be true for the entire universe? Could the 3D reality we live in actually be a holographic projection of information encoded on a faraway 2D cosmic boundary? It's a concept that sounds absurd at first. How could the stars, the planets, and even life itself just be a kind of cosmic illusion? But physics has a long history of proving what our senses tell us wrong. The Earth isn't flat, time and space bend, particles can exist in multiple places at once, and energy can behave like matter, and vice versa. So, why not the universe itself being a giant hologram? Even more mind-bending, some experiments might already be hinting that this is true. In 2012, scientists at the Fermilab Holometer in Illinois tried to detect tiny fluctuations in space-time itself. If space were truly smooth and continuous, as it appears to our eyes, no jittering would be detectable. But if space is a hologram, there should be a fundamental limit to the amount of information each volume of space can contain, a kind of pixelation at unimaginably small scales. Their initial measurements suggested there might indeed be tiny vibrations in space, consistent with the universe being a projection, although the results are still debated. Now imagine the philosophical implications if this is true. Everything you know, everything you've experienced, could just be a shadow of something far deeper. Life, consciousness, even the concept of reality itself could be based on a kind of cosmic coding we barely understand. It raises questions about free will, existence, and the nature of the universe that humanity has been asking for millennia, but in a completely new context. We might be living in a cosmic video game, or at the very least, a universe far stranger than we ever imagined. But here's the kicker. Even if the universe is a hologram, it doesn't mean it's any less real to us. The stars still shine, gravity still holds, and life still happens. Our perceptions, emotions, and experiences still matter. They're just part of a universe that might be far more extraordinary and complex than we ever dreamed. And the more you think about it, the more unsettling it becomes. Could there be a way to interact with the underlying code of the universe? Could advanced civilizations understand it, manipulate it, or even create their own holographic realities? We don't know yet, but the very fact that the universe might be a hologram opens the door to possibilities that are almost entirely in the realm of science fiction, but grounded in serious science. In the end, whether the universe is a hologram or not, exploring the idea stretches our imagination and challenges everything we think we know. It forces us to confront the possibility that reality is stranger, more mysterious, and more beautiful than we could have ever imagined. The stars above, the ground beneath, the world around you, even the chair you're sitting on, could all be part of a cosmic projection, and we're lucky enough to be conscious within it, questioning it, and marveling at its impossible complexity. So next time you look up at the night sky and feel the enormity of the universe, remember this. We might just be living in a hologram, a universe coded with unimaginable information, a reality that defies comprehension but invites wonder. And if that's true, then every moment of life is even more precious and even more astonishing than we ever realized.